Today I'm at the men's clothing section at H&M. So I'm having a look at the men's clothing here. The men's shirts are quite nice. So H&M is an affordable clothes shop and I find the quality to be really good. So here I'm having a look at the different shirts. I really like the material. A lot of H&M's clothes have neutral colors. They're quite light, so white or cream or browns, quite earthy colors. These shoes look quite nice. So if you're on a budget but you still want to look for quality clothes, I recommend going to H&M and having a look. I quite like the accessories as well. These bags are really nice. They have lots of zip pockets, which is really important because I like to carry a lot of gadgets. Also, these sunglasses, they look quite nice. Let me try them on. Not really my style, and also they're a bit small as well, so it doesn't fit. Also have some caps here with an adjustable strap at the back, which I think is really important, especially when it's windy so your hat doesn't fly off. This shirt in particular is quite nice. I like the material as well. It's not too thin, it's not too thick, it has a nice pattern on it as well, so you could wear a t-shirt under it. And that's the thing about H&M, I like these small details on the clothes. So the shop itself is very open, very clean. Some more accessories, some men's chains. Not really my style, but it's nice to know that they offer a wide selection of products. When it comes to having just the basic necessities, the basic t-shirts, they have you covered. Some nice neutral colors here. And a wide selection of t-shirts. And I quite like walking around the shop because it feels really, really open. I don't feel rushed. I can take my time to have a look at the different options. I particularly don't like to go clothes shopping. So when I find something that I like to buy it in bulk and to buy quite a few of the same item. But it is nice from time to time to go into these shops, to window shop, to see and to actually feel the material, because it's a bit different to when you are ordering online to when you are actually looking at the product in person. These hoodies look very nice. Clothes are very simple and understated, but I quite like that. So the clothes, you can mix and match the clothes and they go well together. So if you're looking for something which is a bit casual or smart casual or a bit formal, it's nice to have these clothes in your wardrobe. For me, it just makes life a lot easier and very simple. So some nice shorts. In terms of jeans as well, you have every type of style you could imagine. If it's baggy fit or loose fit. I'm not really up to date in terms of fashion, but I take my time to try on the clothes. And for me, that's really important. I know that when I go to H&M, that the clothes are going to fit because I've bought a lot of clothes from there in the past and it just fits. So you have your basic necessities, your t-shirts, your shirts. Also in terms of sportswear, I really like their sportswear because they have this quick drying material And the t-shirts, they feel really light. So when you are training in the gym or going for a run, the t-shirts, they don't weigh you down and they dry very quickly. And for me, that's really important. And the fit is really good. I've gone up in size, but I know that, an extra large will fit, and they have a nice selection of colors. So for me, when I find something I like, I will just buy a few of them in case it goes out of stock. And also these shorts. I really like these shorts when it comes to buying clothes for the gym, especially because some of them have zips. And for me, that's important because I keep things in my pockets when I'm at the gym. Also, these half-sleeve t-shirts are really trendy. They also have a hood as well, which is really convenient. So if you're out and about and it starts to drizzle, you can just use your hoodie and protect yourself from the rain. So the shop itself, it makes you feel like you can take your time to browse, because you can feel overwhelmed by just the sheer amount of products to look at. You don't know where to start, but the shop is nice and open. You can take your time and browse through the different clothes. I like to take my time, like I said before. I don't have an extensive wardrobe, but the clothes that I do have, I feel really comfortable in them. So I know when I go to H&M, I'm going to find things that I like. These jeans look quite nice. So these are baggy fit. It's quite interesting to see how fashion has evolved over the years. You even have super baggy fit. These shorts, I'm always look on the lookout for vests and half-sleeve t-shirts. We also have some patterned t-shirts. I do need to stock up on some essential, just some plain, simple shirts, some simple t-shirts. The reason why I like the sports t-shirts, however, is because you don't have to iron them. In my experience, it just makes life so much easier. And these shirts look quite nice. This seems to be the fashion with more of an open collar. And it's quite casual, laid back. Also because H&M is very affordable. Now, if you are on a budget, but you still want to spend a little bit extra for some quality clothing that will last you some time, it's nice to have a look at. I like this patterned shirt. It's a bit of a breakaway from the solid colors that I've seen. Again, a lot of whites or creams. And this is my style here. I like the zip at the top. And the material is very nice. So you could still wear a thin t-shirt underneath. And this is natural material made from discarded textiles. So H&M are really into their recycled materials. This half-sleeve t-shirt looks nice. I've spotted some hats. I'm not sure this would suit me, but again, it's nice to see different accessories so you can always try a different look. This patterned shirt looks nice, a bit see-through, but again, you could wear a vest underneath it. And you can see how it would be put together with the shorts. You can see a lot of browns and light browns. And it's nice because they are close together. So if you have difficulty putting things together when it comes to how you look, it's a bit of a no-brainer. So you can get this t-shirt, get this jacket, and get these trousers, and then you have a full outfit. So it takes the guesswork out of what might look good, because similar colors, the similar tones of the colors are close together. I quite like this shirt actually, and you can see here, get this with this t-shirt. You have some more accessories here, and these are some male suspenders. You don't really see people wearing these, but if you want to stand out, you can try these, be a bit different. Some more belts, some bags. I like the feel of these shorts, quite light. And so it's a nice way to express yourself. If you are into fashion or not really into fashion, it's nice to mix it up a little bit. And I like this jacket. It's not too thin, and I think it looks quite good. And it would go well with a smart casual or even a casual look. And this material is very nice. So the material is good quality. Even though we have terms like fast fashion, you know that these clothes are going to last you a fair amount of time. Everyone's mileage may differ. This t-shirt as well, I quite like because it's quite thin. And this is a slim fit Cool Max. Again, some nice earthy neutral tones. Also some black t-shirts here with some interesting patterns on it. So you can show off your personality with some knitted patterns. Now this shirt is quite extravagant compared to the others. Some nice flowers on there. And these jeans look quite interesting. I like the color. And these jeans are ripped here, so you can show off how fashionable you are. This reminds me of back in the day when I used to wear jeans that were ripped. These are quite heavily ripped there. So you may feel the cold in winter. So these are a loose fit. So we've come across baggy, super baggy, and loose. I'm just used to regular or slim fit. But I can envisage how these would go together. So this how this t-shirt would go together with the jeans and the jacket. So it takes out the guesswork of when you are thinking about how to put things together. And you can also look at the price. So you can look at the total price together. How much would a complete outfit cost you? Sometimes it can be a bit easy to get lost and to know where you have been already. So I like to go around the shop at first, just generally browsing, and then going back deliberately with some intention to look at specific items. Again, I really like this material. It's very thin, and you wouldn't think that. You would think that, okay, you need to go to a specialist sports shop to get your shorts or your t-shirts. That was a big surprise for me. And these shorts are quite nice, again, with zipped pockets, which are extremely important and they're quite difficult to find. So when it comes to choosing clothes, how do you choose your clothes? Do you order online, or do you like to go into the shop and browse? Do you like shopping for clothes? Let me know in the comments below. It'd be good to hear from you. So they are splashing out with a bit of color here, a bit of pink here, but it's quite a neutral tone of pink. It's not really bright pink. And what is your style when it comes to choosing clothes? Do you like bright colors, or do you like these selection of colors? Some more cream and gray, bit of pink here. So we have 2-pack here, some printed t-shirts, and some interesting shirts here that are a bit see-through, but again, you can layer. I quite like to layer my clothes, so it's quite easy to adjust, or easier to adjust to the weather. You can remove or add layers as you see fit. And I'm looking at these shirts again because I'm thinking about how many I need. Now it comes to the decision time, thinking about how many colors and how many t-shirts I should get. So I'm doing the mental calculations and adding the prices together. Could maybe get this purple. It's light purple. So neutral pastel tones. Here's a bit of a dark blue. And some more pastel tones. And the quality of the material is nice. You have some t-shirts that are thinner and different sizes, like a loose fit or slim fit, and others where the material is much thicker. So this is a slim fit. And different selections if you like a style that has a collar or doesn't have a collar. Here you have a regular fit. What kind of style do you like? Do you prefer t-shirts with a collar or without? With a collar is a little bit more formal, and without is a lot more casual. So it really depends on the occasion and your style. And these jumpers here are not too thick. There are some that have a thicker material. So even when it comes to jumpers, you can have that flexibility. You have those options there. And you know these products will last for some time. Again, wide selection of colors. And it's really about imagining how you would look in these clothes and then taking the time to actually try on the clothes. You have some swim shorts here. Because for me, trying on clothes can get quite exhausting, and by the end, I'm knackered. So it's nice to know exactly what to try on. And it can help to look on the website before you go into the shop, and so you have a general idea of what they have. And these shorts here, they look quite trendy. So it's quite simple, understated, but again, it adds a little bit of personality. Here we have recycled polyester. So H&M are really into their recycling and making this known. So you can feel good, you're doing your bit for the environment and buying recycled clothes that have been made with recycled material. This material is quite nice. And these jeans. This shirt again has a little bit of detail. It's not over the top, but again adds a little bit. So it's not a plain shirt. It has that extra bit of texture. So it brings out your style a little bit more. A nice denim jacket. I used to like my denim jackets, especially ones with hoodies. They are very versatile. You can wear them with almost anything. And I can imagine wearing this shirt with that jacket as well. So these jeans look quite interesting. Not really my style here. It looks like the jeans have just got dirty. We were working on the car, but this seems to be fashion. This is a super baggy fit. I think I need to put this in the wash actually. But it's interesting. It's interesting to see if you can pull it off. Why not? And back to the accessories. I do really like my caps. So I'm just having a little stroll around. I don't really like to go back to shops in a hurry. So when I'm there, I like to really soak the environment in, soak up the different options, so that when I leave the shop, I feel satisfied. I feel like I've looked at everything that there is and that I made a good decision. So it's nice to see how these clothes are put together. They have some pictures of models, so you can imagine how they would look on yourself. And I really enjoyed myself having a look around at the different clothes. It was a nice experience. Sometimes you can order clothes online and you're not sure if it's going to fit, and then you have to return it. Even though I know a lot of the times the clothes from H&M will fit me, it's nice to go in and have that experience of actually feeling the material, feeling the clothes. Some half-sleeved t-shirts here. So let me know, what do you think about H&M? Have you bought any clothes from there before? What do you think about the quality? This jacket is nice, has a front zip rather than buttons. And it's quite nice. Are you a shopaholic? Do you like to buy clothes? I like buying clothes in that it makes me feel good. I don't like to go to the shops very often, but when I do, I know that I'm going to have the clothes for some time. It's a nice video here showing some happy people being very fashionable. It's very artistic. So that was the men's section at H&M. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below. It would be lovely to hear from you.